All right. This is the Untitled podcast, number 2. Can't see me out of that one. We're working on a name. My name is Michael Smith, and my co-host / fiance,
Joelle Jaw.
We got to make little animations for our names too.
Yeah.
And like do the silly Joan Calamezzo like podcaster / liar. Did you do a vlog today?
No. I started to, and then I was like, let me see how hard it is to like edit and stuff. So
How are you going to edit it? Like an app or?
Yeah, I downloaded CapCut, which I guess a lot of people use. And it wasn't like the app wasn't hard to use. I've just never used it before or done something like that before. So I was like, it's a lot to try and do like my whole day for the first
you need
video.
time set aside. I know.
So I was like, maybe I'll do like a shorter video of something and
that you don't have to edit as much.
A whole fucking day, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's how I'm feeling about DaVinci. Like we have the bare minimum just to be able to chop stuff and piece it together. But we picked up some stuff already last time. Should we? What do you have any topics that you wanted to discuss?
I don't even know.
Really?
No. Do you have any topics?
I had some ideas. I wanted to let you take the lead if you had anything, though. No?
I did not come up with anything.
Okay. Well, yeah, you did.
Probably should have.
I mean, we could talk about the names.
Oh, yeah. Well, I would have to remember them because my phone is being used.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I remember them.
By Anonymous was the first one. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't have said that.
I love that one. Yeah.
And then we just added very good podcast.
Yeah. I love all of them. It is what it is. We can't use though.
Yeah, that's already been used.
But
I really like how By Anonymous sounds, but I feel like it doesn't make sense. I feel like we'd have to like read poems.
Yeah.
Or
the other ones match our style so far.
We could do 2 Anonymous. 4 Anonymous. It doesn't have the same like.
Yeah, By Anonymous is nice.
Ring.
I feel like I'd rather use that for like if we started getting more serious. Like, I feel like it's a really good name. It could be
like a section.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
like
true.
A serious section.
Yeah, a segment. Yeah, but I like very good podcast.
I like very good podcasts.
And shouldn't have said that or shouldn't have told you that. That's hilarious. We have to look and see. We'll see what exists already because that might make our decision easier.
That's what happened last time.
Yeah.
Talking Shit was really good, but
didn't
you say there's like 3?
Yeah,
like 2 or 3 podcasts that are all you can name that.
Yeah.
Which like I don't know. I guess we could, but
yeah. Did you think about any other like effects or like cool edit things we could do? You mentioned one the other night. I forget what it was. Oh, you were talking about the cams automatically switching based on who's talking. Oh. I'll look into it. Like maybe there's some other way, but I think the way we're doing the audio. Will
you would have to have the audio like attached to the video. Mm-hmm. Which would just be like weird. I don't know. You could.
It depends on how these work.
I was gonna say you could do it based on movement, but I'm like we're always moving. Like you're moving.
Yeah.
It's like that wouldn't work.
Yeah, I don't. If it's done by audio, that would be really
it would have
tough.
to be like. Yeah, I don't even know.
I meant to maybe before we edit this one, we can just pull up like a how-to or like just a video of someone editing a podcast. I mean, the format for the most part is exactly the same. People are sitting down, they're talking.
Yeah.
There's multiple camera angles. There's always mics, so there's usually individual tracks. So we could see what people that know what they're doing in the program are doing.
Yeah. The other thing I was mentioning was doing like a split screen.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like instead of having a room. We could have the room, but you can also like split.
You were talking about doing that to eliminate
On
a
the-
cam.
Yeah, but we could do it anyway. Like if it works,
Yeah.
like split the one that's on you and on me, and just have us.
I think that could be also just good as an editing effect if it ever happens that there's like a heated debate about something and like there's too much back and forth, like it's happening too quickly.
You can't switch fast enough.
Yeah, but you want both, so obviously that would just be the room. But if you wanted it to be like more intense, like you could just have a split screen, like of the close-ups of the people talking. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I feel like this is also really weird.
Us sitting like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We're always like on top of each other.
Yeah, well, that's why I was picturing like this-ish, but
we could do that next time.
yeah. Again, yeah. I mean, this is all.
Yeah, this
all
is good for
experimenting.
like multiple people too.
Yeah,
Once we figure out the microphones.
that's why I was thinking about the multi-track thing. Like, if we got an 8-track, like just cram
that'd be
as
cool.
many people as possible. Like everybody has a mic and like just like everybody puts their phones up over these like $20 the stands. Yeah. And just like those would be our cameras.
Yeah, that would be fun.
It'd be a shit show.
It would.
It'd be a pain in the ass to edit.
Can you imagine? Oh my god.
But like doing one of those would be really fun. you
Yeah,
know?
especially once we like get better at editing and like figure out what the fuck we're doing.
Well, Dennis said he was interested in editing.
Yeah.
We get DaVinci downloaded on his computer, and then we can just do the podcast and just send them to him, and he can edit them. He can do all the editing. No, it's fun. It's just tedious.
Yeah. It got easier. Like the first like 3 minutes or whatever, where we were still kind of setting up,
Yeah.
was crazy. And then once we got into conversations, it was easier.
It was a lot. It was just like getting familiar with the program again. Not that I knew it very well to begin with. And then like there was just a lot of like funny stuff to focus on. It just so happened that we started with like
we
good
decided
stuff
that
to
all that
edit.
stuff we weren't like really planning on having.
We weren't in
were
a
like
conversation.
still kind of.
It was like random.
I was
shit.
like eating and
like ping pong.
Dennis was doing whatever the fuck he was with the microphone.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Have you thought at all? I don't mean to like just totally pivot,
Never
but
thought.
it was something that I wanted to talk about maybe a little bit. Was have you thought at all about how if AI goes the way that people think it's going to go, like would it affect your job?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like for my job, I don't know, because I feel like a lot of times there are times where you call customer service somewhere and you'll go through the robot and it like can't help you.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, with AI, it's a little bit different than
It's
generic
more malleable.
responses.
Yeah.
It can maybe like create more
Answers and
what's
just
the word?
solutions.
Yeah, like specific answers that are catered to you. So maybe, but a lot, just generally people will want to talk to a person
Yeah.
when they're calling customer service.
I mean, it's already kind of like, depending on who you're calling, it's almost like not even an option anymore.
Yeah.
And that's not going to get better,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, maybe with smaller businesses that want to, like, we talk about The Office I feel like that's going to be a thing now, every podcast. But like The Office, like that was like what their company prided themselves on was like their personability.
Right.
And, you know, just their customer service. But they were small enough where that was like part of their product. Like once you scale so much, you're just like looking for any way to not cut corners, but I mean, I guess kind of technically, I don't know, but cut cost. And that if those tools exist, you know that big companies are going to use them. So I don't know. I wanted to bring it up because I feel like I've been like having an existential crisis about like, obviously, you know, I've been like frustrated and stressed about my job and like job hunting and just that whole process at this point in time. And like, I listen to podcasts all day pretty much. And it's a range of topics. but a lot of like AI and like robotic stuff has been like popping up. And just thinking about how if things go the way that these people are talking about, everyone would basically have a personal AI agent. Companies would have their own AI agent, and like they're just middlemen in like every transaction. So the one example, I forget what podcast it was, or if it was a company that was talking about this or what, but it was just like this guy walking down the beach, and his wife calls him, and she's like, "Oh, we spilled wine on the white carpet, like we need to clean it up." And then he just asks his AI agent to find a carpet cleaner and tells them the situation, and then they like search things, get quotes, pick the best one, and book it for him. And that's it. Like they just worked with the AI agents from the other side. Like the people didn't communicate at all.
Yeah, I keep seeing things on TikTok about people using ChatGPT as like a personal assistant.
Yeah.
Like planning meals, like workouts, whatever. I like, even this week I re-downloaded ChatGPT and just been, instead of Googling stuff, just asking ChatGPT because
I use it a decent amount. I use it for like really oddball stuff.
Yeah.
But
it's been really useful.
it is useful.
When I was washing the like comforter and our pillows today, I was just like, how the fuck am I supposed to wash these? Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And instead of like Googling it and then looking at like 10 different articles, like you just ask ChatGPT and it does all that for you instantaneously, basically.
And the other thing that is kind of annoying about Google is the ads, like this, not ads in the traditional sense, but like the sponsored links.
Oh God,
you know what I
I
mean?
hate that.
Like you don't
Also the
always
ads.
necessarily, I feel like, get the most relevant result first. Like they're usually pretty relevant. Like, to be fair,
It's
they
like
usually
general
are.
topic.
Yeah, but it's always 10 sponsored links before you get to something that wasn't paid for.
Yeah.
And right now, that's not how GPT operates.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll change. Ads seep their way into everything eventually, but
Yeah. But also, to your point, when you click on a website, it's just ads.
Yeah.
Like when I go and look for a recipe, it's just like fucking ad. Like half my screen is ads, and I'm like, I can't even read it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that was another thing somebody was talking about, and that would be relevant to this conversation. It was like companies are going to end up focusing less on website design because people aren't going to be visiting them because their agents are going to be doing all the research for them. So they just need websites with clear information so that the AI can scan it and just get the information.
it's just going to be text.
Yeah, it could be.
It doesn't have to look nice and be easy to navigate.
No.
It just has to have the information in there.
Which is crazy because people spend tons of money on websites and maintenance for websites and dealing with problems on websites. Like, it's very interesting, but it's very scary. Like, it's scary on so many levels. It's scary about like thinking about joblessness, and that itself should be terrifying. But what's even worse is like thinking about fulfillment and like finding meaning. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing if you don't, not only like if joblessness doesn't matter anymore because you don't need to work to survive, that sounds great at first, but then you're like,
what's the point?
Yeah, like as much as I hate my job, I still have pride in my work. You know?
I doubt you've ever seen it, but the show The Orville, it's like kind of a Star Trekky show. Seth MacFarlane did it. It's a great show.
Oh, I think I've heard of it. I never watched it.
It's a really good show, but they kind of have that where they don't like get paid, but they still like have jobs, and because they all work on like a spaceship,
right?
So they all have jobs, and it's kind of like, I don't really know what the right word is, but it's more of like a social thing where they're like, they have some pride in their work and they are doing the things that they want to do, but they don't really need money. Like they all their food is done, like, I don't know, 3D printed, if you want to call it, but they like go to a machine and press a button and they get food. Like, they don't need money to go buy food or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's kind of more like a, you know, everyone just does the things that they do, and then everyone kind of benefits from it.
Yeah. I think I would still structure some kind of work for myself. I probably would just work less hours. Or, I mean, it depends. It depends on what the thing is that you latch onto. But it is hard to contribute to the society if, like, most of the society's needs are met. Like, that's what's
And
backwards
like
about
most people aren't going, like, most people suck and don't want to do things.
Yeah.
Even now, when you need money to survive, and people get jobs and don't fucking do anything, like, they don't come to work, they don't want to do work when they're at work.
Yeah, but are a lot of people doing what they want to be doing, though? You know? Like, I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, that's true.
I think if I could get the job that I want, I would be eager to, because I would feel like I'm like actually part of the company and part of the team.
And you're like excited to
really,
go.
When you're working for a company that's so big, you feel like you're not really doing anything. Like, you're not part of, like, you're not making decisions for the business. Like, not that everybody wants that, but that's something that I would like. You know, I would like a say and, like, help in some kind of, like, business aspect, or obviously finance, but that's not where I am right now. I'm trying, and it's maybe working out, but
yeah. I don't know why this reminded me of this, but I had a teacher in high school who once was talking about, like, how people need, like, everyone wants to be a leader, but people need followers. And he was like, you guys should write your college essays and be like, talk about how you're such a good follower, because everyone always is like, oh, I'm a great leader, I can do this and that. Like, you need people to just be, I don't know, sheep, or whatever you want to call them. That's kind of, I feel like I'm that person. I don't want to fucking be in charge of people or things.
I felt like that for a while. Like, I liked the idea of just getting handed instructions and, like, following the instructions and just doing it. And I feel like just over the years, and maybe it's other things that impacted how I feel about that, but, like, I do feel less like that now than I did 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, you've also been in a position where, like you just said, you're not making, you are just like someone tells you, you have this job, you have to go and do it, and then you go and do it. Like, at, like, my last job, I had been there long enough and learned enough things that I was, like, training people and sort of, like, semi-managing people, like, and I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
You definitely had more of, like, a hands-on,
like, I could do
with the business,
everything, and I was like, I had way too many responsibilities. I'm like, I just want to fucking sit in a room and not do anything. And
well, I do worry.
That's what I do now.
It's in line with what you're saying. Like, I do worry about the grass is greener situation. Like,
oh, for sure.
You know, because I think that right now, all I want what I want more than anything else right now is a desk job. Yeah. Because I'm out in the field, and I do wonder what things will be like in another 10 years if that switches. You know. You
kind of seem like you want some of both.
Yeah.
Like, you like to, you know, do stuff like this and talk to people, and you do, like, music and stuff, and that's more, like, hands-on and doing stuff like that. But then also you like to sit down and do, like, spreadsheets and business stuff, and
that's why the media company is, like, perfect, because I can manage the finances and do the music and video production, but it's not going to pay the bills right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as long as that's just going on in the background and we're doing stuff like this, it's still worth it.
I mean, we definitely have, like, time right now.
Yeah, and I've always just treated it as, like, growing it with cash flow or small investment, like personal investments. Like
Right.
I haven't so far used any credit. So it's not like it's fucking up my finances or something, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think for what it is, it's good not to have, overhead and
yeah, well, that's the kind of the beauty of that service-based businesses, you know.
What do you mean?
If you're not making something, then you don't have to buy there's like no cost of goods
Oh,
sold.
oh, yeah,
You know?
yeah,
The only overhead that would be there if this got more serious would be a location, like
Yeah.
definitely a place. But even that, I would rather, well, whether it's owned or rented, you still have monthly expenses. But
Yeah.
that, and then if you got more serious about it, there's probably a handful of subscriptions that are just kind of necessary that probably aren't crazy, but it's like off the top of my head, like Adobe, but I probably wouldn't even get that. I would do whatever I can to use other stuff, like DaVinci.
yeah.
But yeah, the other reason why I wanted to bring this up too is because I wanted to maybe start bookkeeping on the side, and then, like I was talking about, bypassing getting experience through another company and just creating my own experience with
Yeah.
starting a business or just doing it for like a handful of people.
Right.
But then I started thinking about the AI joblessness potentially and how would bookkeeping fare? And
Bookkeeping might be tough.
that's what I mean. But then I started thinking, what if I'm thinking about starting a bookkeeping business anyway, what if I just started building the AI bookkeeping company that's just all automated?
Yeah.
Like, and just provide the service.
Yeah, if you
like,
create something that anyone can use, that's
I don't know what the logistics would, because what you would have to do is you would have to give an AI bot access to bank accounts. Like, you would need a stream of every transaction. You'd have to be able to automatically give an AI a stream of every transaction that happens. Bank accounts would be easy logistically, as far as like the data is already in a place. It just has to get put somewhere else or grabbed by an AI.
you just need the security.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I don't know if people would be thrilled about giving an AI access to their bank account.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I know that people freaked out about using their credit cards on the internet when it started, and what do people do now? That's like all people
It's the
do.
only place I use my credit card.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to learn more about, like, I don't know the
Never
first thing
know.
about it. I started looking into, or it just like popped up on my YouTube recommended. This one guy's channel is just going through different things you can do with AI. And I'm blanking on the service name or the website. I'm not going to remember what it is, but it's pretty cool. Like, you go in and you link your chat GPT to, like, you create an AI, you're like your own agent in there, and then you basically point it to this website, and through that website you can add like you can give it access to your Google Sheets and like a whole bunch of other things. I can't remember what the other, it's like all other like programs, apps, and websites. You can just give it access to those things. So you can have it grab data from like invoices, for example, and have it place it in a spreadsheet for you automatically. So it just dumps and organizes all this data in Excel just from you telling ChatGPT to do it.
Okay.
You know? And like that stuff's already there. So I just have to see if it even allows you to link a bank account. So I was thinking about trying Euphony Media Company as a test dummy, you know, because it's not even my personal accounts. It's just the businesses.
Yeah.
And there's like no money, and there's like $40 in my checking account first. So like, go nuts, you know?
Same.
But I think that could be really cool. I have to talk to Rob and LB about it.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I'm sure
Like creating
people
the thing
are already
that I was,
working on it.
Oh yeah, people much smarter than I am. But maybe I'm just thinking about both of those things at the right time. You know, like maybe nobody else is really in a position to think about that now. Like a bookkeeper's not going to, like, I don't think they're going to think to pivot. Because they're probably feeling the way that I was, like scared to death of it. Like they don't want to have anything to do with it. They don't want to say anything about it.
Yeah, they don't want to create something
like,
that's
going to
take it.
Don't tell anybody about this. Yeah. But it would
Trying
be
to
kind
keep
of
my books.
It would be kind of cool to create the thing that I was scared of, but it's also like kind of depressing.
You're like the Batman of
Yeah.
bookkeeping.
That sounds. That doesn't make sense. It's a paradox.
That's fun.
These mics are gonna get the good burp sounds.
Oh, good.
Oh,
You're not even
shucks.
clipped in, babe.
I know, I'm just fucking
What is
up.
going on over there?
I'm a mess over here.
Need some AI. This is actually pretty good wine.
Wanna see?
I don't really know what good wine is, but I like it.
It looks cool.
I just like that it said, what did it say?
Designed to drink in good company. It's nice.
Got it thinking Dennis was going to be here, but
I'm not good
I
company.
guess you're good enough company.
Designed to drink in good enough company. The Good Enough Podcast.
I was just thinking that.
Nice.
Mediocre podcast. The OK podcast. OK podcast.
Okay, podcast.
Okay. Yeah, we can talk about what we have going on for the wedding. I got my dress.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most important thing.
Yeah, we're planning a September wedding in my parents' backyard for context. I just want to be able to edit that.
Okay. Yeah. End of September.
Wedding
Backyard.
dress. Bar. The bar's booked.
Bar's booked.
Little like trailer. I forget what they're called. There's like, are they called like Skyline trailers? I don't know. Something like that.
Oh, like the kind of trailer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like a retro trailer all lit up, and that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
A lot of draping lights everywhere in the backyard. What else do we have booked? Photographer.
Photographer's like the first thing we booked.
Yeah.
We booked food.
Food's booked.
Main dinner is booked.
We did get a lot of stuff.
We just emailed
Bathrooms and
the
grays.
Yeah, our like cocktail hour food. We still have to do desserts, which we have to talk to that cupcake person.
That's through Rachel or my mom or something?
Yeah. And then I still want to do a cheesecake for us. For us to cut.
To cut? Sounds good to me. What kind do you want to do?
Probably just plain.
Plain?
What do you want to do?
What about the one that we saw at Fat Boys?
Oh, like the red velvet?
Oh, yeah, red velvet.
I thought you were going to say your grandma's chocolate cheesecake.
That's good.
We can't have we have to have a white cake, though. That's a problem. It has to be white.
Okay.
Well, it can be...
You can do regular cheesecake.
We can do red velvet, because, like, one of our colors is...
True.
Red, like that kind of red.
Yeah.
So we could do red velvet.
That sounds so fucking good.
Right?
Red velvet cheesecake? Goddamn.
And red velvet is just chocolate, so...
Yeah. Wait, what?
Red velvet is just chocolate.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I would say look it up, but I...
Can't. I honestly didn't know that. I never knew what red velvet
didn't know
was.
that
It just
until,
tastes
like, a
red
couple months
velvet.
ago. Yeah, why is it like... I don't... I will say I heard that. I don't know that for 100% fact.
I really wish I had
I
my
hear a
phone
lot
right
of
now.
things.
Can you look it up on your watch?
I don't know.
Next big thing is the tents, tables, chairs, dance floor. Then it's like there's like not really anything big after that.
Then we get to do decorations and stuff.
And my tux.
And your tux.
Gotta get my
And more
tux.
rings. We have to get our rings.
Yeah.
I have a ring that I want to get,
Okay.
I think. I am nervous, though. I might want to go into... Because the ring I am thinking of is on Etsy. And they can... Like, they do have a return policy. Or I can return it within, like... If I... Like, within, like, 5 days or whatever.
Okay.
However... I don't think that's like the easiest way. I was thinking maybe going to a jewelry store and trying stuff on
Yeah.
before purchasing anything because it's just kind of a pain.
You just get a better idea of things that you may or may not
Yeah.
like because certain things might look different in a picture. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
And I can't like see it with my engagement ring.
Mm.
And I would like a ring that I can wear like both with it and on its own that I like.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think rings are it's not too crazy.
I can't wait until all the deposits are down and like we can just start paying balances.
I can't wait until we're just done. Like the day before the wedding.
Yeah, I feel you. It's gonna come fast.
It is, yeah.
It's gonna be a wild year.
Yeah. It seems like it actually doesn't seem that far away, I guess.
No.
Like
that's
I
why
feel
I'm
like
stressing a little bit.
I feel like once the new year came, I was like, oh, it's like this year. What is going on over there?
I don't know. It keeps.
You have so many places you can hook it, and you're anyway. It's falling apart.
But yeah, once the new year came around, it definitely made me just stressed. That's why I'm glad we did what we did tonight. And it's just so funny though, because we sat down for like 10 minutes.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
but we did like think on it for a little while, and there was like back and forth. Like we didn't make this decision months ago, really.
No,
you know?
we had to send all those emails, get like all the different quotes for like we had everything ready to go. We just needed to.
It wasn't the initial email. Yeah, we did have back and forth and decisions to make. So, yeah, that was good. I'm just glad we did it tonight. It makes doing this feel a lot better, knowing that we got something like that out of the way. So.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of things are like that. You're just like, oh,
yeah,
I have to do this, and you're like dreading it. You put it off, and you put it off, and then you do it, and it takes like 2 minutes, and you're like, the fuck. Like,
the worst was
cool.
when I had we were going on vacation, but I had that deposition that week or something.
Like it was like the day before, right?
Things.
It was like Thursday.
It was close to it.
And we were
I found my notes
And
from that time, like when I was talking to the lawyer leading up to the deposition, and it just like made me queasy, like thinking about like when I was taking those notes. I was just like, oh my god, this is like so nervous, and like it was just an accident, like, but
it was a bad year for you at Comcast.
Yeah.
You broke your arm.
Yeah, but that wasn't even. I wasn't even really in hot water. They just needed the information. Like I couldn't imagine doing something wrong.
Oh yeah.
And like being in that position. Like I don't know if I could handle that. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like, the lawyers are just like, don't give any extra information that you don't have to. Like, just answer like yes or no's, and what was the other thing? Never say I think or it might have been or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh god, I hate like thinking too much about like how I have to talk. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer to not think when I'm talking.
Have you ever had to do anything like that? Have you ever gone to court? I don't know if we've ever talked about that. It's like a random thing to ask.
No.
You've never been to court?
No.
Court sucks. Obviously.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to ever do that.
It was all like traffic stuff that I went to court for, I think. I don't think I ever went to court for anything else.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Stop. Well, the one was because the woman that was in front of me that like sideswiped my truck had her left blinker on, and I started going around, and then she decided she wanted to turn right and turn like right into me, like going around her. It was a mess. Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah, court is terrible. But again, even those situations, like I wasn't even really like I didn't do anything or I didn't do anything horrible. And even then, you're just like, it's just so nerve-wracking and uptight. I hate that.
Yeah. It's also like purposely intimidating, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I have no interest in going to court.
Well, it's just like, it was like when I broke my hand and like, there's all these different parties involved. The court system's kind of like that too, I feel like. And if you're not really that familiar with it, you just like have no clue what, like somebody's talking to you and you don't know what their role is and if they're on your side.
Yeah,
or, just like,
you're just afraid.
Admit it. It's just like, what the fuck? Yeah, like.
Oh my god, yeah.
I hate that, but I guess that just means I should just be more versed in fucking normal things. Just knowing how insurance works and who all these companies are and what their roles are, but like you said, I feel like it's meant to intimidate and confuse people, though.
Yeah.
It's definitely built that way, some of it.
Yeah.
Dennis called in sick. Nah,
Dennis called in tired.
Dennis called in tired, which is very, very understandable.
Yeah.
I was tired as hell after we ate. I was just like, oh no, it was when we were at the store, and I was standing in line waiting, and I was just staring at like the pork rinds and like candy or whatever they have down there. I don't know. I was looking at it, but I wasn't like paying attention to it. I was just like staring off into space. And I was like, yeah, that.
I felt insane for like, I don't even know, because I didn't.
Today?
Yeah, because
you were kind of crazy when I got home.
I didn't shut up.
No, you were just like in the zone. You were like me when I come home from work, when like I have a busy like end of the day, and I'm still like in work mode, like, and I come home and I'm like moving fast and talking fast and like just. It feels crazy, and I feel bad for you when I'm like that sometimes, because like we're on different paces. Like you had gotten done work like, you know, an hour and a half to 2 hours before. Like you already got a chance to wind down, and I'm just like wired.
Yeah. No, I hadn't like eaten. Like I wasn't really hungry all day, and then so I didn't really eat, and then I started feeling like I was gonna die because I hadn't eaten. I'm like, I don't have any food. I'm like, I ate a Danish.
Yeah.
And then popcorn.
True, yeah, we don't really have that much, aside from the stuff we had to cook.
I had that last beer that was in there. It was like 10%. I'm like, this is that's what's in my stomach. Like, I felt insane.
When I kissed you earlier, I was like, did she drink something? Like, I don't see anything out. And
no, it's gone by then.
Yeah, it didn't, like, smell or taste like whiskey.
Yeah, it was gonna. I kind of wish I had whiskey. We had scotch, I guess.
I'm glad you drank that.
Well, I was cleaning out the fridge, and I was like,
gotta clean out the fridge.
I gotta do something with this.
Do something.
So.
Yeah.
That was not it.
It's kind of been my thing lately, where I just want to get rid of the shit that's been like sitting around for a while. Like not in a gross way. Like I'm talking
just
about
like
food and stuff. Like the crackers. Like that's why I've been eating crackers and cheese, because that cheese was randomly in the fridge that, like, we forgot about, and then the crackers have just been sitting there, so I've been eating them after dinner.
We still don't know where the cheese came from.
Yeah.
It had to have been when we were making the pickle pasta.
There must have been one week where we were gonna make it, and then we didn't.
And then you like ordered more.
Yeah, it must have been.
Maybe they got us two accidentally.
I feel like I would have remembered that. I would have remembered putting away 2 blocks of cheese.
Yeah.
Because I would have been like, why the fuck do I have 2 different... They wouldn't have even been the same. Like, I've never ordered that cheese before.
Oh. Where the fuck did it come from?
How long has it been in there?
That's so weird.
We didn't check the date on that. We just assumed it was recent.
Good thing we only ate half of it. Or more.
I wonder I've been feeling so crazy. No, I'm just kidding. I feel fine.
I've actually been feeling great this week.
Yeah.
Getting back into routine, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was so, the holidays, just like, you get so excited for having these days off.
I know.
And then you get to them and
But
you're like.
they're not real days. They're not like normal days off. Because you have things you have to do. And it's like socially exhausting. And you're eating food that you're not used to eating. Not that it's
and
bad.
a lot of food.
But yeah,
and
like
candy.
it's extra food and yeah, extra desserts, drinking, like kind of like all the time.
Like, Rachel's like, yeah, I just ate cookies for breakfast.
I can't wait to get Rachel on the podcast.
I'm so excited.
That's gonna be really fun. I don't even know when she's in town again. I'm not sure.
Well, she's coming up for the concert in March, right?
Yeah, she should be back before then though for something. Even if nothing's going on, I feel like after a certain amount of time she comes home just for like lunch at grandmom's, hang out with friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
I was gonna say we could even just like tell her we want to do this and she'll probably come.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. We could just invite her. We also might be overdue for a game night too.
We are definitely overdue for a game night.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Plus we have new games.
Yeah.
And I ordered Dutch Blitz.
What is that?
Is that what it's called? I played it with my aunt and cousin when I was over there.
You have to get the camel game too.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't Rachel have it?
Yeah. I'd like
We
to
can
have
ask her
one.
to bring it. Oh, we can get one. And we have Catan.
Mm-hmm.
Catan.
Catan. I don't know. That's what I say. I don't know if that's right.
Dong.
Dennis won
And
the last time we played.
We still have that Bad Choices game. Ooh. That would be a fun podcast.
I want to be... Oh, God. I want to be a little toasty for that one. Seems like a crazy... And that, instead of King's Cup, the night of the party, that could have been wild.
Yeah, that would be a fun party game.
Yeah.
What was the party that we were... Oh. Should I say the party that we were...
Sure.
Thinking of?
Yeah.
The prom party.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I like that idea. I feel like the one thought I had after we were talking about it is, especially if it's right after our holiday party, what was so great about the holiday party is there was like no stress on people at all. Like you basically could do it. Was almost like you could participate if you wanted to or you didn't have to. But we made it so that even if you didn't, quote unquote, you were still participating. Like if you just came in like pajamas or like basically however you felt like dressing, like you were casual.
Yeah, but then but it wasn't. It was supposed to be like comfy.
Yeah.
And then Rob came in like a t-shirt,
like regular,
just regular Rob clothes.
We should have a Rob party where everybody dresses like Rob.
And not tell Rob.
That would be fun. Man, it was like the is it called Neighbors? What? Zac Efron and Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
They have the Robert De Niro party. Everybody's different Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
It's definitely better for an actor because they have
you can
different
roles.
Yeah, but that would be hilarious.
Oh my God,
We'd have to buy
so
like 50 Rob wigs.
That would be
so
really
hard,
funny.
But that would be hilarious. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just picturing.
Poor Rob.
Oh, man. No, I like the prom idea. What I was getting at is like I just feel like I don't
People
know.
like have to dress up.
Yeah, I feel like people would get an invite like that.
But that's what I like.
What do you mean?
Like you have to dress up to come.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I think people would like it.
I'm excited about. I always want to dress up.
Like if you don't want to dress up, then don't come to the fucking party. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. What were the other ones?
You don't have to be our friends. It's fine. We have plenty of friends.
What were the other ones we were thinking of?
I have no idea. Ooh, a beer tournament.
Beer Olympics?
Beer
Olympics. That was
Olympics.
Rachel's idea.
And fuck, what was the other one?
There was another good one there.
Do I have notes on my phone? My watch?
Probably.
Done.
Oh, wait, was it the alter ego party?
Yeah, there was another one though.
Yeah.
I don't have notes on my phone. My
We'll
watch.
discuss in the next one.
Yeah. But
I feel like we should just get obliterated drunk for one of the podcasts.
I thought you were going to say tonight. I was like,
no.
no, we should definitely do a drunk podcast.
I think that would be really funny.
We have to do that with like other people though. Like we have to make sure, like maybe like Dennis and Eric or
Yeah, I mean,
Rachel.
I'd be
Rachel
down. I'd be down
drunk for.
either way. Like I think it would be fun if it was just us. I think it'd be fun with other people.
We could do it with just us too.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
You have any final thoughts, babe?
No. I have no thoughts.
Okay.
There is 0 thoughts going on in my head right now.
I feel you. I feel like we're kind of on Dennis's level right now.
Yeah.
I was tired.
It was a little low energy.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to see what it was like up here though.
Yeah. I'm curious. We
And we want to try out the lav mics
Yeah.
and the new stands. We had some stuff that we wanted to do, so
Yeah.
this is kind of more for us.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Thanks for tuning in.
the Shouldn't Have Told You That podcast, or the Very Good podcast.
The
We'll see you
OK
later.
Podcast. Nice.
I kind of like that too. Bye.
I actually kind of like that better.
The OK podcast.
The OK Podcast. OK Podcast.
Okay.